Okay, pardon for the noise of the kiddos. They're just outside the room. Okay, let me start with saying good afternoon or good evening, everyone. I am Desiree Pacifico and I am currently residing in Kuwait. I have been in this country for 17 years and I had chosen this research or topic because I can relate and I can have more input on the study or on the research that they had that Miss Afnan Al Migren had conducted. So the title of my topic is Saudi Students' Attitude Towards World Englishes. So as I have encountered different varieties of Englishes here in Kuwait and other parts of the world. I think my I can be sharing many of my experiences and um, lesser theories. So it is just theories in practice, as I may say. Why this is important? This research is important for Saudi students. It is because their is will help apply the concept of world Englishes to the teaching of English language in a sample Saudi educational environment. Since Saudi had taken English as a foreign language, and this study aims to investigate young Saudi English EFL learners' attitude toward the variety of Englishes, and it explores Saudi's learners' preference of one English variety over the others. It means which English they would prefer to listen to and to speak. And this study is also significant since few studies have been done on the awareness of world Englishes among Saudi EFL learners, and the present research is designed to fill this gap. Okay, what are the contents of this study? First is literature review, where they reviewed their English as a language and in literature as well, and what are the methods and designs of review that they had used, and what are the tools that they used for data collection, and they had used also questionnaires, questionnaire reliability and validity, and the study population, how many had taken this research, or how many had been asked, and how many had participated in these findings. And the last one are the findings and the discussions, where the conclusion and recommendations were included. For literature review, the country needs to address all the issues that could potentially impede language learning, as doing this will assist the nation to communicate efficiently with other citizens of the world. So this research have is one of their way of understanding how they can fully make their or equip their students to be in globally competent speakers. Mahbub and Ilyas have documented the history of English language teaching and learning in Saudi Arabia. The study examines how the English language can be localized to meet the needs of local Saudis. So, as a result of this study, they were able to create or establish a school, which is scholarship preparation school in Makkah in 1936. And this school caters students who were to study abroad. English language gained a lot of economic importance in the country in its wake and was subsequently introduced in the secondary education system. So most of Arab students, especially if they have the means to study abroad, um, the country has them ready for the native speakers place where they will be able to communicate effectively and have a discourse with the native speakers in the country. As I may relate it with Kuwait, Kuwait Ministry of Education has scholarship program where they would send students who are having high level students. They would send them to London, to the UK, or to the US for free, where their accommodation is free and their allowances are free as well. If they require additional person to be with them, that will be shouldered by the government as well. Yes, ma'am. So every month, students are receiving 700 KD. You multiply that to 152 of 157. 700 times 157. So that much is their allowance if they study abroad through scholarship from the government. And as well as the parents, if example, if you are listed as a PWD, or um, you will be having, yeah, some difficulties in writing, or you are handicapped in a way, or you are listed in that regard, even if you are normal as they see, you will receive additional 300 KD uh, as compensation. So a total of 1,000 KD every month they would receive. So that is 157,000 pesos. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia depended on big overseas companies to facilitate its development, and consequently the Ministry of Education was obliged to prepare the Saudis to interact with with the foreign with the foreigners. Okay, as what Miss Mahbub and Ilyas had said, since Saudi is now opening their windows to the world, um, construction, development, large developments are ongoing in the country. So foreigners are welcome, and diverse diverse or multilingual um, foreigners are coming into the country. So one of making their people ready is to have this school only that would cater the need of English, the need of the students to learn and to learn the language itself. The country had been developing progressively, and because Middle Eastern countries are rich in oil, the Arabian American Oil Company, or Aramco, the biggest oil company in Saudi, was bought by the Saudi government, and the association of a language with a specific kind of economic activity influenced people's perception of the English language, since oil only allowed for certain political, economic, and social elements to be offered as fertile ground for developing English. So, um, in relation to English and the Saudi oil, they had made petro-linguistic, just like we have in the Philippines as Taglish, we have in China for Chinglish, or any varieties of languages that every country has. So in Saudi, since they are more, uh, they have more uh, into petroleum, um, what do you call this? They are more on oil generating countries. So most of their languages are more related to oil or petroleum. Okay, what do other researchers and linguistics say about world Englishes? English has not only become the international language of the 21st century, but it has also given rise and influenced the internationalization of communication and the phenomenon of globalization, as per Crystal, Philipson, and Torquay. Globalization has made the world locally, regionally, and globally interconnected, thus accelerating the flow of languages, people, and cultures. From Jenkins, Kogo, and Dewey. Let me move you. Jenkins, Kogo, and Dewey consider the English language the main and the most appropriate linguistic tool capable of making this flow possible. On 2008, Mystery and Bath referred to the new and emergent varieties of English as world Englishes. It stresses the diversity inherent to the language and that no particular English enjoys individual centralized authority anymore, as what we had discussed in um, our previous lesson in Unit 3 with Ma'am Marites. Therefore, the socialist standard English is not only satisfactory but preferred and desired all around the world. So, from the social point of view, the term standard English may be defined as a language spoken widely throughout the world. But for students in Saudi, the English language is a standard language used by a higher social class.